5 minutes ago, the world of Korean entertainment was shaken when Joong Ki was reportedly seen on his knees, emotionally begging his ex-wife Song Hye Kyo for a second chance at love. The shocking moment happened at a private garden restaurant in Seoul, where fans say the two were meeting for what appeared to be a casual lunch. But what unfolded next was anything but casual. Eyewitnesses claim that Joong Ki looked distraught from the moment he arrived. He appeared nervous, adjusting his sleeves, checking his phone, pacing back and forth while waiting for Song Hye Kyo to show up. When she finally walked in, graceful and composed, the tension was immediately noticeable. According to an anonymous source close to the staff, Joong Ki suddenly broke down mid-conversation, his voice shaking as he allegedly said, "I've made so many mistakes, but losing you was the biggest one. Please just give me one more chance." For a brief moment, Song Hye Kyo was stunned. She reportedly froze, then calmly replied, "You chose to walk away. Why now?" Witnesses say Joong Ki grew increasingly emotional, even tearing up as he explained how he's never stopped thinking about her, and that seeing her with Lee Minho had triggered something deep inside. "When I saw him hold your hand on that red carpet, it destroyed me. That was supposed to be me beside you," he allegedly said. Hye Kyo reportedly responded with poise, saying, "Joong Ki, you loved me once, but then, you let me go when I needed you most." The conversation quickly became more intense, with Joong Ki saying, "I can't sleep. I can't focus. The truth is, I still love you. I never stop." But what shocked fans even more is what Song Hye Kyo did next. Instead of lashing out, she stood up and hugged him, whispering something that only he could hear. Some say she told him to heal first before asking for another chapter. Others speculate she said, "You're too late." Just then, one of Lee Minho's close friends was seen entering the same restaurant, reportedly unaware of the emotional scene unfolding. The tension skyrocketed. Would Lee Minho find out? Would this secret meeting cause cracks in Hye Kyo's rumored relationship with Minho? And was this really just a coincidence, or did Joong Ki orchestrate the entire encounter? As fans scrambled online, hashtags like #JoongKiBeking, #HyeKyoRects, and #MinhoTriangle began trending within minutes. While no official statements have been made, both stars' agencies have refused to comment, further fueling speculation that something serious truly went down. Meanwhile, fans are divided. Some say it's time for forgiveness and a possible reconciliation. Others argue Hye Kyo deserves peace after everything she's been through. Regardless of where you stand, one thing is clear: this unexpected moment has reignited a flame of emotions among millions, and it's far from over. Could this lead to a reunion? Or has Joong Ki's confession come too late? After Song Hye Kyo whispered those mysterious words into Joong Ki's ear, the actor remained frozen in place. His eyes, still moist with tears, stared into space as if replaying their entire relationship in his mind. He didn't chase after her as she gracefully walked out of the restaurant, but his heart clearly did. The staff who witnessed the scene later said that Joong Ki sat in silence for over 15 minutes, barely blinking, his fingers trembling as he gripped his phone. One witness even claimed he began typing a message, then deleting it, again and again. But just when everyone thought it was over, it wasn't. Hours later, Joong Ki was spotted outside Song Hye Kyo's residence, sitting in his car, alone and clearly distressed. Fans began gathering at a distance, unsure of what was happening. Was he trying to see her again? Was he waiting for a chance to explain further? Just as speculation began flooding the internet, a black van pulled up quietly, and out stepped Lee Minho. Yes, Lee Minho. He appeared calm, but purposeful. Dressed in casual clothes with a hat pulled low, he headed toward the building. For a moment, the two men locked eyes. No words were exchanged, but their expressions said it all. Joong Ki nodded slightly, acknowledging the reality. And in that single moment, it became painfully clear, he may have been too late. A fan who filmed the incident from across the street said, "It was like watching a silent movie. The pain in Joong Ki's face, the quiet strength in Minho's eyes. You could feel the tension in the air." Rumors quickly spread that Minho had come to stay with Hye Kyo, with others claiming he was there to support her emotionally after the intense encounter. Some even alleged that Minho had been made aware of Joong Ki's meeting and insisted on being there, not as a rival, but to protect the woman he loves. But the internet didn't stop there. Within hours, trending topics exploded. Pound Joong Ki breaks down, pound Minho's Joong Ki, pound Hye Kyo twinteloves. In a surprising twist, Joong Ki's agency issued a vague statement. Song Joong Ki has been going through a time of deep personal reflection. Any decisions regarding his past relationships are private, and will remain so. Meanwhile, Song Hye Kyo's team remains silent, but sources close to her say she's shaken, caught between past wounds and her present future. A close friend reportedly told a news outlet, she never expected to see Joong Ki break down like that. Part of her heart still hurts when she remembers what they had, but she's also afraid of opening that door again. And just when everyone thought things couldn't get any more intense, Joong Ki made a cryptic post on social media, saying, "Sometimes we realize what we had only after we destroy it. I just hope she knows I never stopped loving her." The post was deleted within 10 minutes. But not before fans took screenshots and it went viral. What happens next? Will Song Hye Kyo respond publicly? Will Lee Minho make a statement or take a stand for his relationship? And will Song Joong Ki finally let go? Or is this just the beginning of a deeper emotional battle? Stay tuned, because this story, just like their love, is far from over. Song Hye Kyo stood by the window, arms crossed, eyes fixed on the dazzling lights of Paris. Her expression was unreadable. Was it pain? Was it doubt? Or perhaps the last fragment of love she had buried long ago? "Why now?" she finally asked, her voice cold but shaky. "You had years to say this. Why wait until after my engagement to Lee Minho to realize you made a mistake?" Joong Ki stood up slowly. "Because it took losing you to realize how deeply I failed you. I thought time would help me forget, but it only reminded me every day that my heart still beats for you." Tears welled up in Song Hye Kyo's eyes. She turned away, overwhelmed by the flood of emotions. Memories of their past came rushing back, their wedding, the laughter, the promises, the fights, the silence that eventually grew louder than words. Just then, the door swung open. Lee Minho stood there, expression unreadable, his eyes shifting from Joong Ki to Hye Kyo, then down to the ring in Joong Ki's trembling hand. "Am I interrupting?" he asked coolly, but there was an unmistakable edge to his voice. Song Hye Kyo gasped, unsure how much he had heard. Joong Ki quickly pocketed the ring and wiped his tears, trying to regain composure. Lee Minho walked into the room with the confidence of a man who had waited patiently, but never foolishly. "So this is what's happening behind my back?" "No," Hye Kyo replied instantly, stepping forward. "You're not being betrayed. Joong Ki came here uninvited." I was just listening." "Listening to what?" Minho asked, his voice sharp but low. "To the man who let you go, trying to take you back now that I've stepped in." Song Joong Ki couldn't stay silent. "I'm not here to compete. I'm here because I love her." "And I'm here," Lee Minho replied, his eyes locked on Hye Kyo, "because I'm building a future with her, and I won't lose her over a memory." Song Hye Kyo was now trembling. Two men, one from her past and one from her future, were standing before her. She had dreamed of this moment once, but never like this. Never with so much at stake. Torn, she took a deep breath and finally spoke. "This ends now. Joong Ki, I will always care about you. But I'm not the same woman you married. I've changed. We both have. I can't go back." Joong Ki lowered his head, the finality of her words sinking in like 1,000 needles to his heart. "And Minho," she continued, walking to him, "I need to know, will you still trust me after this?" Lee Minho reached for her hand, squeezing it gently. "Only if you promise this chapter is finally closed." She nodded, tears streaming silently. "It is." Joong Ki stood quietly, heartbroken, as the couple walked out together. The door closed slowly behind them, marking not just the end of a conversation, but the end of a story he had desperately hoped to rewrite. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for exciting updates on your favorite celebrities.